I'm talking to Dawn Pletcher. She is the founder and director for a ministry called Goodies for Our Troops. Goodies for Our Troops is located in the First Presbyterian Church of Wellsboro, Pennsylvania. Dawn, thanks for joining me today. Dawn, tell us about Goodies for Our Troops.
Well, hi, Michael, and thank you so much and to the Synod for recognizing us and giving us this opportunity. Thank you to God for bringing us to this. We're kind of a God thing. The First Presbyterian Church here in Wellsboro, Pennsylvania has been phenomenal for us. We started back in July of 2005 when the Pennsylvania Army National Guard was deployed to Iraq. And it was a God thing then. I was driving down a hill to come to Wellsboro to visit my mom, and a bright light shone in my eyes. And I heard a voice saying, you know, you can send care packages to these guys like you did from your store. And it just all fell in place. And for the early years, my next door neighbors and I did it in our apartment, and one weekend a month in our apartment building, they let us have volunteers come in. And we evolved from that. We've moved several times, and we were going to have to disband actually year and a half or so ago. And another God thing, Craig Davenport, who's on the session of this church, at the last minute was asked on a Saturday night if he could fill in for whoever was going to be the lay preacher Sunday. And of course he said yes. And then he said, if he read the scripture, it was about the Good Samaritan scene. He had read about Goodies for Our Troops needed a place. And so he said, God told him to speak to the congregation about changing what they're doing with this space and inviting us to be here for our home. So several organizations like AA and NA, and I think a Boy Scout troop and their Sunday school all agreed to move into empty rooms up on the third floor and invite us to be here. And it has been a blessing beyond belief. Actually, the First Presbyterian Church, almost from the very beginning, we were big supporters of us here in Wellsboro, and the Parkhurst Presbyterian Church over in Elton was a huge supporter and still is. We have just been so blessed to be here, and we keep saying, how did we get so lucky? Our mission is to make sure that no troop ever feels forgotten or alone or unloved. And we do try to have a lot of chaplains on our list. And many churches in this area give us their upper rooms and all that kind of stuff that that they didn't give out, that we can send to the chaplains, because the government doesn't really give the chaplains much of anything. The one thing I wanted to make sure that people understood, we only can ship to troops that we have their name and their address. And we accept names and addresses from all over. So if any of you in the Synod know of any troop that is not getting Goodies for Our Troops care packages, please email goodies@PTD. That's like Penn Tele Data or peterthomasdavid.net, or call us 570-662-5601, or even mail to us. And our mailing address is the church's address. They gave us a mailbox upstairs by the office. They've been so good to us. We are 130 Main Street, Wellsboro, Pennsylvania, 16901. We depend entirely on donations, and all of the donations go to the care packages. None of us that are volunteers, none of us get paid. We feel that we are rewarded so much by the thank yous we get from the troops and by knowing that we are showing them God's love.
Dawn, thank you for your time. It's a great ministry, and I appreciate you sharing with us today.
Thank you so much, Mike. I appreciate it. And to all at your Synod Assembly meeting, thank you all so much. God bless.